This entitled student made demands, relied on AI, and then watched his entire project spectacularly unravel. One of the degree modules I teach involves students working on a group programming project. It's nothing overly elaborate, but the module's core aim is to develop essential skills for those planning to work in the IT field. After all, if you're pursuing a computer science degree, that's generally the career path you're envisioning, right? This particular student, however, is an absolute entitled nightmare. He frequently uses generative AI for a significant portion of his work, and it's painfully obvious. He consistently pushes back on the written feedback for his assignments. Yet every time I sit him down and ask him to explain the code he's submitted, he struggles immensely, often having no idea how his own code functions. For this specific project, he approached me and declared he couldn't work with others in a group and insisted on working alone. I explained that there were specific group activities and collaborative efforts that would be marked, and I needed to see his input within the team. There was simply no way I could excuse him from the module's group activities. However, seeing that he wasn't going to budge, I reluctantly complied with his demand to work on the project individually. All the students in my class had been assigned to their respective groups, and I checked in with everyone on a weekly basis. This one guy steadfastly refused to engage with the rest of his assigned group. Since I had agreed to his request, he continued working on his project entirely by himself. In my interim feedback at the end of each stage, I repeatedly warned him that he really should work with the group, or he risked a failing mark for the module. I made sure this crucial feedback was sent to him both in hard copy and via email, with read receipts that I meticulously kept. Cue the end of the module and the submission deadline for marking. Sure enough, the student submitted a project based solely on his own work, having completely failed to engage with the group he was asked to collaborate with. There were several critical issues with his project. First, and most importantly, it didn't meet the brief. The code simply didn't do what we had asked for. He lost significant marks for that aspect. As he hadn't worked with others, he wasn't awarded any of the group marks allocated for the collaborative work. Furthermore, because his code was so far removed from the specification, I called him in for a viva voce to explain it. During this session, he demonstrated a complete lack of understanding of the code he had submitted, leading to even more dropped marks. His eventual mark for this assignment was a hard fail. Consequently, he must now resit the entire module. There is, of course, one significant downside to this whole situation that directly affects me. I've got him in my group again for the module's resit. This student learned the hard way that collaboration isn't just about coding, but compromise. What's the most crucial lesson you've learned about group work, and was it an easy one?